So you have two different kind of motorcycles right here. These two motorcycles are built differently, but the entire premise of this video is the first three things that I normally do when I buy a motorcycle. I'm not talking about a gear, I'm talking about settings. Getting your new motorcycle is very exciting, whether it's brand new or new to you, yet it's also very frustrating because not only you're learning a new riding style, if you're switching from one bike to another, you'll also have to figure out the settings and the controls. That's on top of learning how to ride and practicing. So this is the GS. This is actually adventure bike, but the 750 is mainly for the road. And this is the Triumph. This is a modern classic. It's a beautiful motorcycle. Now I'm going to be doing setting here, which I already done there on my GS. All three of these settings will be done right here in a cockpit, because every millimeter or every inch that you change on the cockpit will definitely change the way you ride. And it's not just for style, it's really for comfort. You can ride these things straight from the manufacturer, but then after an hour or so, you're going to start to feel the pain, or it's going to be uncomfortable, mainly in your arms or in your back. So the first thing I normally do when I get a motorcycle is the handlebars. I adjust how the handlebar sits in the motorcycle, because these bikes were designed probably for somebody with an average height. I would assume 5'8" and up, but I'm 5'6", so this will not work. I mean, I can ride it, but I get very tired and very exhausted after an hour or so, simply because the way I'm sitting and the position that I'm sitting. As it sits right now, without changing the handlebar adjustment or without adjusting the handlebar, I'm sitting right here, pinned to the gas tank. And see that? There's not a whole lot of real estate right here when I'm sitting down. So where I want to be really is right about here, when there's a lot more cushion. So to do that, I need to pull the handlebars towards me. So it's only 4 bolts right here. This is an Allen screw. So we're going to do that now. And you don't have to loosen it all the way, just enough so you can start moving the handlebar. Normally when you loosen the front or the back, it will already be loose enough for you to move. Just gently pull down. And what you want to do while you're adjusting this is turn your bike all the way to the left or to the right. You don't want it too far back that you're going to hit the gas tank. All right, that should be good. And see that? It's too close. I don't want the controls hitting, so slightly up. Then that's good enough for me. Once that's done, then I'll just tighten it up, finish it up. By pulling the handlebars backwards, now I'll be sitting mostly on the comfortable area right here on the seat. And I can feel it. That's good. So I'm no longer pinned all the way forward to the gas tank. So I'm riding this bike. I can sit back a little bit, and it also drops me a little lower, which is also good for me when I'm riding for aerodynamics. I'm not grabbing on to the motorcycle on higher speeds. Since I adjusted the handlebar, next thing is mirrors. Obviously, I adjusted the mirror so you can see it. Now these mirrors right here can only go up sideways so much. So you're gonna have to adjust these bars from the stem so you can properly adjust the mirrors. But for me, normally I just see first if I can see, and if it's not, then I push it forward a little bit. Some bikes you have to unscrew it, but I think for this bike I can just force it forward a little bit. Perfect. That's the second thing, just the mirrors. And lastly is your controls. People always say that when you're adjusting your controls, your arms should be straight all the way down. It needs to be lower a little bit. Loosen these screws and move forward. Adjust the controls, the brakes, and the clutch a little lower since this is not straight. So just a tiny bit. And remember these are your markers on your bike. Don't go past that. and also tells you where the center is. Normally they do that when they first assemble your bike. See that straight line right there? Now it's straight. Little adjustments, millimeter adjustments like that makes a world of difference when you're riding a motorcycle. Clutch is done. Let's do the brakes. Same thing, I'm looking at level. You also want to make sure it doesn't hit when you're turning, because you want to protect your gas tank. And that's it. Now it's time to tighten that piece. I'm looking at it. Look at my arms all the way to my hand. It creates a straight line even if I'm scoot back a little bit. And that should be a more comfortable ride. And when I turn all the way to the left, it clears the tank. All the way to the right, it also clears the tank right here. This is just the wires. By moving my riding position from all the way forward to somewhere here in the middle where there's a lot more cushion, trust me, it will make the ride a lot more comfortable. Whether you're riding a sports bike, you're riding a modern classic or a Harley or a adventure bike, those are the first 3 things that you should do to your motorcycle. Before you buy any accessories, start there.